Hello and welcome to the New York Sports Show, your number one New York sport podcast. I'm your host, Dominic Konowski. We have driver the number 51 senior outlaw Kart, Matthew Brewer. Matthew, hello and welcome to the New York Sports Show.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me out.
I'm doing good. Hope you're doing well yourself, and it's a true honor to have Matthew on, folks. Now, Matthew, you race at Stafford Motor Speedway. Is that the only track you compete at, or have you gone at other tracks along the East Coast and in America in general?
I've done a few. I've done Londonderry and Kart, but pretty much that's it so far. I'm gonna try to hit a few more this year.
Now, do you have any tracks particularly that you would like to go to this year?
I like Londonderry a lot. It's a lot faster than Stafford and Pomfret. That's what I like about it. But we're gonna try to hit Pomfret, Stafford, and Londonderry a lot this year.
So what track will you focus on the most?
I think we'll focus on Stafford the most because that's like every week. Usually we don't usually go to Londonderry or Pomfret every week. Usually it's just Stafford, but whenever we get the chance, we always try to hit those tracks.
Now, what are your goals going into this 2021 racing season?
Our main goal is just to, obviously our end goal is try to get some wins, but I think possibly finishing in the top 5 would be a great goal for this season.
Now, are you talking about top 5 in a race or top 5 point standing wise?
I'm thinking like top 5, like every week would be great, but I don't think we gotta be flawless for that. We got a lot of great competitions in the senior outlaws division, so I think a top 5 every week would be great. So,
Yeah, that would be very good because since consistency is key. Now, you race a wild thing karts. What would you say driving one of those karts is like? Is it like driving a natural car like you see at Stafford Speedway and the other divisions such as the late model or street stock? Or is it a totally different thing because of the grip and the smaller tires?
it's definitely a lot different than like the late model because they don't have fenders. We kind of have our wheels out, so you gotta watch out for that.
Yeah, open wheels.
Huh?
Yeah, you open wheel division. You're in similar to the SK lights and the SK modifieds.
Yep. I think the grip is about the same as the big track, except for we're not going as fast, obviously, as the SK lights are, but I think they're very similar, like, driving-wise.
Oh, well, that's very cool to hear. Now, how long have you been racing at Stafford and just in general?
I think this will be my 6th year.
Oh, so you've been doing it for a while then. Do you have any really standout moments in your career?
Stands out. Probably my first win was in a Tiger B-Kart. That was probably one of the top moments.
Now, you all race winner, like you just said. How does it feel to win?
It's a great feeling because these carts are a lot of work and they're not easy to win in. Again, you got a lot of competition every week.
Yeah, a lot of competition, and competition is not easy at all, so it takes a lot of talent to go in victory lane.
Yeah.
Now, what do you use when it's the off season? Do you use iRacing or do you go to a karting facility like Mazda or on-track karting?
Definitely use both. I've been using iRacing a lot. It's off season. I've also been going to Mazda a lot. In fact, we're only like 20 minutes down the road, so that's always something to go to a lot.
Oh, yeah, so very close then to that, which is definitely a very good thing. Now, your paint scheme, you have a very awesome looking paint scheme, I feel like is the only way to put it. What made you come up with that? Did it just come with the cart when you got it? Or what inspired you to have that paint scheme?
made up. It was designed by a good friend of ours, Justin Williams. Design. I mean, I've always seen designs like that on like the Wheel and Modified tour, where just like some basic stripes and some chrome that I really like. I mean, I always thought red and black always looked great together. So
Yeah, and it really does. It definitely stands out. Yeah, the white and black definitely goes very, very well together. Definitely stands out a ton in a good way, of course. Now your car number 51. What is there anything behind that number?
Yeah, my grandfather used to race, and that was his number that he always ran back then, and still does.
Wow, that is very cool to hear. So definitely keeping it in the family then. Is that one of the reasons why you started racing?
Yeah. I've been going to the track since, I don't know, like 4 or 5. Always just going to the Watford people and Stafford and Thompson. I mean, that's what I grew up going to, and I don't know, as soon as you get hooked, I guess.
Yeah. You get the racing bug, which is of course a good type of bug. Now overall, we've seen a lot of kart drivers move up to higher divisions at Stafford, particularly the street stock division in the most recent years, whether it's for a full season or just part-time. One of the greatest examples of that is Cadence DeLorde. She was in the number 05 street stock for just a few races last season. Is that something that you plan on doing in the future, or are you going to stay in karts a little while more?
Definitely. I was planning on doing one more year of karts and then see what happens. I mean, it all depends on how much. I mean, I wasn't going to go like straight to like an FK light. I mean, I'd rather get some experience first than.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, SK or SK like to Stafford. I mean, if you win there, you've got a lot of talent. So,
Oh yeah, 100%. It's so hard to win at Stafford.
Yeah, I think I should just probably take like a street stock first. Get used to shifting and being in a full body car would be a good start.
Yeah, 100%. I wouldn't really say that's taking it slow and steady, but you're definitely gonna win the race, no doubt about that. Now, we have a special announcement. The New York Sports Show, we're actually going to be sponsoring you. We're going to have a logo on your kart.
Yeah, that should look good.
Yeah, it's definitely a true honor to be sponsoring you and the team.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for sponsoring me. I mean, that's always, whenever you can get a sponsorship, it's always a good thing. I mean, even if it's just like for some parts or even just like to show off their company, that's always a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. Now, Matthew, is there anything else that you'd like to say to the people watching this video?
Nothing much. Just if you want to get into racing, I mean, start at the Wild and Kart at a young age. Because, I mean, you've seen a lot of talent go through the ranks starting at the Wild and Kart.
Yeah, definitely. Very wise words right there. Now, folks, thank you guys for watching this video. This is driver the number 51 Wild Thing Kart, Matthew Brewer. Matthew, thank you for joining us here on the NYSS.